Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Like and subscribe. We're still in lockdown, so we're still in West Lothian, like we have been for the last, what, 4 months or so. Hopefully this will all be ended in a few weeks' time, hopefully. We get a bit further afield. So anyway, yeah, come this week to a place called Selm Muir Forest, which is just to the south of Livingston. And it's an old forest. I don't think it's like a managed forest anymore. I think it has been at some point. There's a lot of these kind of conifer trees, pine trees, whatever they are. But there's also this kind of beach lane here around this path here. So I don't really know what it's been, but that's not what I'm going to photograph. I think I've taken a few shots like that over the last few weeks, so we're not going to repeat ourselves. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to wander around the forest, see if I can find some shots. So I'm back at the same place where I was taking the intimate shots last week, and we're going to try and get just some kind of shots of smaller trees and maybe try some intentional camera movement, the old ICM, see what we can get. So I'm all set up for this shot. I've been wandering about and I've come across this small tree here. It's I don't know what it is, a sapling beech possibly, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's got nice kind of golden brown leaves which stand out against all the bright greens that we're getting in around the forest here. So I'm going to catch that, see what kind of shot we can get. Now, what I've got is the foreground here. I'm using this kind of root thing of the tree here as foreground, and I'm using the tree itself obviously as the focal point. So what I'll do, I'll stick on the movie so as you can see it. There we go. Oh, and it's a hell of a dark. Let me turn that up like that. There we go, that's better. Okay, so yes, as I say, we've got the tree up here, we've got the foreground down here. Now I'm going to do two shots. First off, I'm going to focus on the tree up here and capture that one. And then, as you can see, this lower section here, the tree in the foreground, the tree root, is all kind of out of focus. So I shall focus on that one there and bring that one into focus too. So as for the composition, like I say, I've got this in the foreground, I've got the tree up here. We do have a rule of thirds, but it's not quite on it. I couldn't get the camera to go any lower basically, so I kind of stuck with what I've got. So may as well make a start, catch the picture. So I'll switch that off there. All right, so the first shot, focus on the tree like I said. Click. No, I won't. I got that wrong because I had to turn the aperture down. I'll turn that back up again. I'm going for around about f7.1 or so because I want to get some of this kind of the mid-ground in focus as well. So yeah, f7.1, focus on the tree, capture that one. So now I'm going to try something that I don't really do very often, which is to try some intentional camera movement, ICM. So the trick, as I understand it, is you set your camera for a relatively long kind of exposure. In this case, I'm looking at 2 seconds. So yeah, set it at that. You hold the camera for just a moment or two. And then you move the camera. In this case, we've got the trees going straight up and down. It's a bit of a cliche, but that's how it works. Trees are going straight up and down, so we should get this kind of brush effect like a watercolour or something. Remember Bob Ross? He's a little friend here, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to wash in the sky here. Yeah, Bob Ross. That's what it looks like. It looks like the beginnings of a Bob Ross picture. So let's just take take several shots because it really is luck of the draw. So I'll take several shots and we'll see what comes out. Okay, here goes nothing. I wish I had, in actual fact, one of these tripods which was just like a stick you could pull, but I don't, so it's just going to have to be kind of wobble about and hope for the best. So, okay, so you can see what we're looking at here. No, you can't, because I'm at F18. Turn that right up. Right, F4. So now you can see exactly what we're looking at. That's the forest, and all I'll do, if I just, like I say, it's going to be down for a couple of seconds, so I'll just hold it like that, and then like that. Okay. So, yeah, here goes. Turn that back up. F18 gives a 2-second exposure, and focus up. Now I'm going to hold it, like I say, just for maybe a second or so, because then we'll get the kind of detail of the shot, and then we can wash it out just by pulling the camera around. Okay, so let's start with moving it up the way. So last shot of the day now, I'm looking at this kind of small tree. I don't know if it's still alive or not. It looks like it might be. I'm not sure. These might be buds in it. I'm not sure. I can't really see. But yeah, anyway, we've got this thing. It's quite a pretty shape, sticking out of the ground. This kind of V shape that we've got. So again, I shall put on the movie. I'm taking the shot at F4, so you can more or less make it out here. The reason for F4, as I've said many times, blur out the background, which is really what you want to do. In Woodland, you really want to be working with the lowest aperture you can, because it's so complicated, so much stuff going on. You want to blur as much of it as you can. Anything you don't want, just get rid of it, really. So yeah, trying to blur out the background, as you can see from the movie here. I've just stuck a tree smack bang in the middle of the shot, so that the branches got one side coming up this side of the rule of thirds and the other one going up the other side of the rule of thirds. I've also got along the top, the trees kind of form a line, if you like. So where's my finger gone? Right there, yeah, right along this third. Alright, so yeah, very basic, very simple shot. So again, I shall just switch off that. I'm going to focus smack bang on the tree, he said. There we go. And yeah, nice and simple, grab the shot. Well, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Be back on the next episode. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Press the little bell icon, which I always get this wrong. Don't know where it is. Can never remember. It's in one of these corners anyway. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, if you can subscribe, press the bell icon, etc, etc, etc. Right, that's it. Let's call it a day at that. See you in the next one. Bye.